Hello everyone there. I Professor Santosh Pansoda welcome you all for a lecture series on industrial engineering and operations research. Today we will discuss the introduction of industrial engineering and course overview of IEOR. So this subject contains two sections. This syllabus is as per the curriculum of uh, University Punyashlok Ahilyadevi Holkar, Solapur University, Solapur. So each section has three topics, namely, first section contains the concept of method study, work measurement, job evaluation, and merit rating. So these are the techniques used by production engineer for improving the overall productivity. So section 2 contains the various optimization techniques which assist to the managers for managing their resources optimally. So what are these resources? These resources are nothing but the main materials, machines, equipments, energy, etc. So these tools helps to the manager for better decision making, for effective planning of project activities and other allied issues in conducting their various activities. So topics covered in section 2 will be LPP, linear programming problems, assignment and transportation models, and lastly CPM and PERT. Now here let us discuss the concept of industrial engineering. So industrial, the term relates the tasks or terms related to industry. Engineering is nothing but the application of rules, engineering rules or engineering laws. So industrial engineers. So what are industrial engineers? Industrial engineer has to carry out the analysis of various production processes in order to achieve the objectives such as to increase the productivity or profits and to minimize the losses or cost. And also he has to apply the policies effectively in the organization. So an industrial engineer's technique goes beyond the mechanical cost factor here. He has to find the ways to eliminate the wastages in the industries. He has to devise efficient systems that integrate triple M, that is main, that is workers, machines and materials. Besides that, he has to manage information and energy to make a product or provide a service at the best quality and best cost. So industrial engineer should have a specialized knowledge and skills in the mathematical and physical sciences together so that he can apply these principles effectively. So if you define the industrial engineering, it is a profession that is concerned with the optimization of complex processes, systems or organizations by developing, improving and implementing integrated systems of various resources. These resources. Now let us move to the next slide now. So here uh, this slide contains a list of books recommended for this subject. I usually uh, refer two books for Industrial Engineering and Management by O.P. Khanna, and Industrial Engineering and Production Management by Martin Telson. And for OR, I usually refer this book, Operations Research by Kanti Swarup and P.K. Gupta. Now let us start with the unit 1 now. Introduction to Industrial Engineering. So in this topic, we will have a brief introduction about industrial engineering. So these are the contents of unit 1, definitions and meanings of IE, contribution by F.W. Taylor, Gilbreth, objectives of IE, and then productivity, its concept, its definition, factors affecting productivity and various ways to improve productivity. Now here let us discuss the central idea of this subject. So in this subject we will study the meaning of IE, contribution of the subject, concept of productivity and work study here. So let us move on further. Now if you see here in the introduction part, the main focus of every industry or organization is on the expectation of customer. So industry has to produce the variety of products, and these products should fulfill the design requirements, usability and other things, and also that this product should be produced at the lowest cost. So this has been the challenge before all the industries since long time, to manufacture the goods of right quality and quantity and at right time with the minimum cost for their survival and growth. So this demands an increase in the production efficiency of the organizations. So our focus will be on the scope and responsibility of the production engineer here. Now how the productivity can be increased. So in short, let us discuss here by improving the work methods. If the work methods are efficiently designed, efficiency or productivity can be increased. Second one, by eliminating the waste. So raw material wastage, if minimized, ultimately it helps to increase the productivity. And last, proper allocation and utilization of resources improves the productivity. Now let us see the definition. There has been one standard definition by American Institute of Industrial Engineering, AIIE. It defines industrial engineering as follows. So industrial engineering is a concern with the design, improvement and installation of integrated system of main, material and equipment. So it draws upon the specialized knowledge and skills in mathematical, physical sciences together with the principles and methods of engineering analysis and design to specify, to predict and to evaluate the result to be obtained from such systems. As we discussed, industrial engineer should have a specialized knowledge and skills in mathematical and physical sciences. So he can use the different principles from these sciences together for the engineering analysis and design. Now let us move towards the contribution. There are various contributors for the IE. Now the industrial engineering as we see today, it began long ago. So there were various contributors. So industrial engineering had its roots in the Industrial Revolution around 1750. So it was nourished by individuals who sought to advance organization and management principles at an early date. So it emerged as a separate discipline and was formalized in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. So the Industrial Revolution resulted from the advent of new inventions, especially in the textile industry, then steam engine, then advances in metal cutting and the production of machine tools. So there are various contributors for industrial engineering, and few of them are Gilbreth and Taylor. So let us discuss here first contributor, that is Gilbreth. So F.B. Gilbreth, basically he was an engineer, and he was interested in devising a method for any task. So Frank and Lillian, his wife, were a team who worked as an engineer. Their focus was on the fields of motion study and time study. They believed there is only one best way of doing any task. So on believing this philosophy, that is, one best way of doing any task. They replicated it in the manufacturing processes. So they devised various symbols known as therblics. So Gilbreth used new technologies such as film and break motion down into incremental parts, which they called therblics. For any task, one could increase the efficiency of the worker. So besides therblics, he has given one more technology, that is motion study and time study, for studying any method. So Frederick Taylor was very impressed by the work done by the Gilbreth, his husband and wife, and he was interested in improving the efficiency throughout the industrial applications, that is by using methods of doing work, that is the technique method study. Now here let us see in the next slide. So the management theory, which was proposed by the Frank and Lillian Gilbreth, it can be summed up in the following way. So this method study technique was used to reduce the number of motions in a task to increase the efficiency. That means the idle time was eliminated. The next, their focus was on incremental study of motion and time to understand the entire task. So they, as a team, proposed a technique to record each and every activity while performing any task. So that task was studied in the motion study and the time. So it was again helpful to eliminate the idle time and to optimize the various motions. And last one, the goal of increased efficiency is both increased profit and greater work satisfaction. So this has been the result of method study in industrial engineering. So later on, in the next video lecture, we will study the contribution by F.W. Taylor.